What's a bad miracle? They got a word for that.
Yeah, nah. Yeah!
Jordan Peele is back with a brand new movie, and this time a lot of people are saying like this is his best film to date. Um, it's certainly a great one. I don't think it's the best one, but that's just me personally. So this movie is about it takes place in California, and it's a family-run horse training company that provides horses for movies, and it's kind of gotten off like the son, who's now kind of the primary caretaker of the horses. He's mainly doing it because it's what his father would have wanted, and his father dies in the beginning of the movie, and yeah, it's just thinks it's they believe it's like a freak accident, but he thinks it's something else. Um, they're all doing their separate things. He's kind of selling the horses, and yeah, it's not really working out, but he's still doing it because he believes that it's what his father would have wanted, while his sister is kind of off doing other stuff, and pretty much says that their family business is the side business for her. So so yeah, very kind of like little dysfunctional. But then they start noticing uh, extraterrestrial stuff happen in their area, and there are moments of this movie that make you just go, nope. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. Is that these characters act a lot like you do in these situations, where you will just see something and you'll immediately go, yeah, no, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not doing that. So that's something I think a lot of horror movies, especially with Jordan Peele's three movies now, why I like them so much is that they're very realistic, and the characters feel very real to me. It's like, how would you react in these situations? And there are moments in his movies where, crazy stuff is happening, but then the characters then go like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not dealing with that. So I like that, and Jordan Peele, I think hit it again. He hit a good one. Um, a lot of people are saying like this is his best film to date. I personally don't think so. It still goes to Get Out. Um, I liked this movie, but I didn't love it. Um, I think I was expecting more than what it was giving me. I still liked it thoroughly. I still really enjoyed it. It's just I was expecting a bit more to happen. This is a bit slow. Um, I think it's actually, I think, the slowest paced out of his three movies. This is also, I think, the less graphic out of his three movies. Um, yeah, a lot of the things in here. There's a lot of there's like deaths in this movie, but it's a lot of it is implied. Like you see it, but you don't fully see it. So, but you hear it, so you can kind of think of um, something like very horrific happening, but you don't see it. So I like that. Um, this is also a movie where Jordan Peele loves he shows off a lot of why he loves movies. Like there's a lot of like the Western cliches, like um, character in the movie. Um, um, he's trying to buy their ranch, which is very much a cliche in a lot of the Western movies, where you'll have like a greedy or a corporate character who's trying to buy land or buy something from the main characters, and then something happens. So that's in here. You get a lot of science fiction moments in this movie. So there's quite a bit, um, and I really like that. I remember seeing start seeing promotion for this movie, and I liked the way it was building up to. It was like you didn't know what this was, and especially the first trailer that came out, I believe on the Super Bowl. I really love that trailer because it doesn't show you like anything. It keeps up a mystery, and I really really dug that. I think that's one of the reasons why I was expecting more from this movie. So, but yeah, I really I did really like this movie. This is I would say a horror sci-fi slash comedy movie, or sci-fi horror slash comedy, where Get Out was more of a psychological thriller. Us was more of a horror film. This is yeah, sci-fi horror comedy, I would say. So, and I do like horror comedies. Like I love the Evil Dead movies. I love Cabin in the Woods. I love Shaun of the Dead. So I really like horror comedies. And Jordan Peele, coming from a comedic background, there's a lot. There's quite a bit of humor in his movies, and I really like humor. Like I love rewatching skits from Key and Peele, just because how funny they are. So I really enjoyed. I thoroughly enjoy this movie. There are like moments that feel like very much like ripped from other sci-fi movies. Like a lot of people were comparing this to like Close Encounters of the Third Kind, or like even like I heard somebody said like they think it's like Fire in the Sky. And I'm like, well, maybe, but then as I'm watching the movie, and there's definitely those elements in there, it's something new at the same time, and yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, this is a movie where Jordan Peele shows off his love for not just filmmaking, but his love for cinema. And it's great. I really like it when writers and directors do that, and so I really enjoy that. Um, I There's not really a whole lot of character development in the beginning of the movie, but this is one of those movies where it doesn't necessarily need a whole lot of character writing. Um, and This is also a movie that doesn't give you a whole lot of answers, so you'll have questions, and yeah, this movie doesn't really give you a whole lot of answers. And to me, that's fine. I don't need every movie to be so cut and dry. I don't need it to be the A plus B equals C format. I don't need that with all the movies. But also, if you go back and watch like Us, um, there are moments in it that aren't so cut and dry. Like I know I talk to people about like how they think the movie really ended, and that stuff, and I'm like, that's why I like these not so cut and dry movies, is because then on your second viewing you'll then get more. So I don't think you're going to get a whole lot with your first viewing of this movie. So I think if you go and watch it again, then pieces will start connecting to the puzzle, and I think you would like it more as you rewatch it. That's why I like Carpenter's In the Mouth of Madness, or even Nolan's Inception. I watch it more times, and I'm going like, oh, okay, I get this. All right, I really dig this. So if you don't really care for the A plus B equals C format, I don't think you'll like this movie, but I also don't think you would care for Jordan Peele's writing. So, but I thoroughly enjoy this movie. I personally think it's the weakest out of his movies so far. Because I've only seen it once. As of this recording, I do want to go and see it again and pick up things that I didn't catch the first time. But I have talked to people, and they're like, "Yeah, we think it's this way. No, I think it's this way." So I like it when I like to talk to people about these kind of movies. If you love sci-fi, I think you would like this movie. If you dig Jordan Peele's last two movies, you're definitely gonna like this. They shot this movie in IMAX, so which is super cool. They take advantage of like the landscape, and the cinematography too is really well done. So yeah, I think see this with an open with your own mind, and come to your own conclusion on things. I don't think you're going to get it the first time you see it, but it's not. But that's why I love movies. So I think this personally gets great. Like I said, to me it's the weakest out of Jordan Peele's filmography so far. I'm sure that's going to change later in the future when the movie comes out physically, and I'm definitely going to get this movie on 4K. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy this movie. So, like I said, if you like sci-fi movies, I think you'll have a blast with it.